It's time for another Fox Sports Detroit Fantasy Football video. I'm your host, Dennis Farrell. In this video, we'll give you some news and notes coming out of the training camp. Also, tell you how you have a chance to win this beauty. That's right, giving away slots for a fantasy football league. Stay tuned for that. But first and foremost, the news and notes. Of course, the Arian Foster situation with the gruesome groin injury is affecting a lot of fantasy football drafts. He was going in the first round, and now I wouldn't touch him until at least round 6 or 7 in 12-team leagues. Chris Polk is a guy you're going to want to be the handcuff there, so keep an eye on that situation. Alfred Blue, a guy people are saying could be a sleeper in that offense, will only be a primarily third down back. So keep an eye on that situation. Another news and notes is LeGarrette Blount set to miss the first game of the season with the MCL sprain. Also, a suspension. Brandon Bolden is a guy you want to keep an eye on as a sleeper. Also, another sleeper is Jonas Gray out of that situation. He will get chance number 2 to get out of Bill Belichick's doghouse. But I would probably suggest Jonas Gray over Bolden in the sleeper handcuffs, category right there. Also, news and notes is Tavon Coleman and Freeman, the 2 lead backs in Atlanta, are both dealing with multi-week injuries. Antonio Smith is the guy you want to take there, and he could have a chance to win job number 2, the backup job in Atlanta, if he has a good camp and a good preseason while those 2 running backs are out. Also, Jordan Cameron had 2 touchdowns in the last inter-scrimmage game in Miami, so keep an eye on him as he is quickly climbing the sleeper ranks in my tight end list. He's staying healthy. He has 0 concussions right now. He is going to be a sleeper and a big red zone target down there in Miami. Also, Michael Floyd being injured. He may miss week 1, probably week 2 of the regular season, but Michael Floyd was the backup number 2 on Arizona. Keep an eye on another young kid named Josh Brown. He's going to step up to be the number 2 wide receiver in this offense, at least until Floyd comes back. But if he proves himself, he might be able to hold on to that job over Floyd. So that's a good situation for Brown, who, by the way, has no ADP, not even being drafted. Now, let's talk about this belt. As many of you guys know, I host a fantasy football radio show on Detroit Sports 1051, or if you're listening online, DetroitSports1051.com. We're giving away slots in my fantasy football league for this belt. It's pretty simple. You tune in live Sundays, 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Sunday. And each week, we're giving away 1 slot into a 12-team league. And this belt is up for grabs. It's free, costs you no money. All you have to do is listen and participate and do the impossible. And I know it's going to be a lot to ask you guys, but you have to beat me in fantasy football to take my belt. I'm not just going to give it to you guys. So, tune in, Detroit Sports 1051 every Sunday morning from 8 to 10, and maybe you might be able to win this belt. We're giving away it, the slots are easy. We're giving away fluff questions. Just tune in, listen, and you have a chance to win. You can follow me on Twitter at Dennis77Farrell, Facebook me, Dennis Farrell, F-A-R-R-E-L-L, and if you have a fantasy question you'd like to see answered on this video or the radio show, feel free to email me, Dennis77Farrell@gmail.com. This is Dennis for another Fantasy Frenzy video.